Hello creative friends, this is Joy. So today I wanted to show you a flip through of another journal that I just completed. And this journal is a Strathmore Mixed Media. It is 90-pound paper, so it's not as heavy as some of the other mixed media journals that I typically get, but it's not bad. I did a lot of mixed media in this, and as you can see, it's pretty full, and because it's thinner paper, I did get a little bit of warping of the pages, but I really am not that concerned about it. So I wanted to do a flip through of this journal to show you what's in it, and as you can see, I have not decorated the front. I don't know if I'm going to. None of my journals have I decorated the fronts of them because I stacked them on a bookshelf side by side, and if I put anything thick on there, then it's gonna rub off or potentially get knocked off. So I just don't bother with that. But the first couple of pages in this journal is actually where I was just playing around with some stencils and stamping and mixed media, just kind of playing some inks and sprays and whatever. This page and this one here, I was spraying through stencils. This here, I was experimenting with my jelly plate, doing some different colors and things, and then came back afterwards and decided I really probably should try to do something, put something on these pages. And so I put this deer and I put escape. This kind of looks like a bullseye. Yeah, so that's what I did on that page. And let's see, well, I guess I won't try to flip them over because then it'll just take too much time. And then I put a bird on here and a title. This is always hope, never give up. And then I did some black stripey things on here, just because, no real reason. Trying to move things over. And then, as you can see with this one, I put this, I like this picture of this girl, and I love the back view with the necklaces and stuff. So I put the secret and change for the better. And all of these pages were done in 2015. So I've been working on this journal for some time now. And I just did get it filled up because I have multiple journals that I work in and different sizes, and I kind of bounce back and forth. And I actually happened to have pulled this one out and saw that I only had like 5 pages left to it, so I decided to finish filling it up so I could do a flip through. So then the next couple of pages were inspired by the Journal by Fives. I did a couple of those, and I decided that I wanted to kind of use some of those same techniques, I guess, or thought process to quickly go through and do like 4 or 5 pages at a time. So I was calling it my weekend journal, so that way I could do like 4 or 5 pages at a time to more quickly, do this journal or complete this journal. But I kind of came back a couple of times. So there's some pages in here that are single pages and some that are like a grouping. So here is the first of one grouping that I did where I just scraped paint, did some stenciling and some adhered some tissue paper, and then this is a tape transfer, put a title and a picture with the gemstone. And then here's another one, again, just scrape paint, papers, picture, a title, and then a tag. And this is actually a tag off of some clothing, and I really like it. It says "One Step Up," but I covered up what was on here with a little quote that says "Believe in good things to come." And of course I did through ink through a stencil. And then again, scraping some map. This is a tape transfer, a title, a quote, and a picture. This here was again scraping, paint through stencil, a quote, 2 quotes on this one. And these birds I actually drew in another journal. I printed them out, I stamped them with text, and then colored them and then put them on the page. And here again, scrape paint, book pages. This is actually a photo that I took of a merry-go-round in St. Augustine that they have. And then I found this picture in a magazine and then added a quote. And again, scrape paint, ink through stencil, stamping, a quote, a picture, or a title, picture, and a quote. So these were all done, like I said, 4 or 5 pages at a time. Similarly, scrape paint, spray through a stencil, stamping, some titles, a quote, some pictures. Same thing here. Miracles happen more often than you think. And, papers and stamping and stenciling. Same thing here. This is actually an ATC card that I made that I really thought was cute, and it went with the page, so I stuck it on here and put a key, because I had to stamp with keys. I stamped on the background. Here's another one. Put a little tag on here, the quote on a tag. And another page. Just paint scraping and a picture and a title. Another page. Another quick page. And so after I did those, and I think I did 4 or 5 of these at a time. I did like half of these one day, half or something like that over 2 or 3 days. I decided to change it up and do some modeling paste. So the next couple of set of pages here, I use modeling paste through stencils, and then spray inks, pictures, and then a title. Here you see the modeling paste. Here I just sprayed and let it run, and then put pictures with quotes and titles. Same thing here. Used modeling paste through a stencil, did some sprays, title, picture. Same thing here, and this got really messy because this ink was just really, I could still rub off. I don't know, it's like never dried, and it seeped through the picture, and this was a big mess at the end. But I like it. I just wish that it didn't kind of bleed through the picture like that. Same thing here, modeling paste through a stencil, sprays, picture, quote. Same thing here. Actually, on this one, I did where I had some extra paint that I brushed off here. Then I came back and I put the modeling paste through a stencil, sprayed it, and then added the picture with some quotes. So I really liked the way that turned out. This is one that I just grabbed the journal and decided to do this individual page. I put some tissue paper down in the background and then decided to do some coloring over top. These butterflies, I cut the shapes out with my Silhouette, and then I painted them with metallic, and I kind of tried to draw on them a little bit with a pencil. I guess I should have done ink or something. I don't know. I was playing around with my new Silhouette anyway, was the purpose of this page. And these were printout that I cut with the Silhouette, and then added these gears to the butterflies and added a title. So then I was back here to trying to do multiple pages at once again with the swiping of the paint, some washi tape, picture, and title. Same thing here, washi tape, picture, title, scrape paint. Here I did put some book pages in the back and some maps. You can't hardly see it because of the colors. Here, scrape paint, washi tape, picture, title. Same thing here, washi tape, stenciling. I did the scrape paint and then ink through a stencil, picture, title. And then here was where I just grabbed it because I just felt like doing a page. And this was leftover paint from another project that ended up putting pink on the page. And I'm not one that really likes pink a lot. But I saw this, and then I found I had this picture from a magazine and the title, and so I thought that was kind of cool. So I did put those on here, or put this on, and then did the paint through stencil, put the title, put some washi tape, and then added these other little pictures I found in magazines to these little tags, and then added little heart brads, one to each picture. So I thought that was a really cute page. It turned out. And here's another one where I had leftover paint from a project and decided to just kind of put it off on here. I actually had used these 2 pictures of giraffes to paint a picture of a giraffe, mom and her baby, in another journal. And with the leftover paint, I kind of did this page, decided to use the pictures on the page. I put a quote on a tag, but it kind of blends in with the background. Put this leaf ribbon here and here, and then added these little gems, I guess you call it, onto here with the quote. This was the one where I decided to just do a bunch of papers and text on the page, and then draw and paint this lion. Just something I felt like doing one day. So that's that page. After I finished it, I just didn't really, I thought it was, fine like that, and didn't really see a reason to put a quote on it. This is another page where I was playing around one day, and I love doing this black gesso background, modeling paste through a stencil, and then using fluorescent colors paint. So that's what I did here. I had these letters that I painted with the same fluorescent paints, and then I found this title art in a magazine, and so I put it on the tag with the string and the little, I don't know what they call these things with the brads. I put that on there for a little frame. Added the girl, which I thought went really well because her fingernails are painted kind of fluorescent. I really like that, so did that. And this page, I guess I am going to have to turn the journal now. This page I actually did after a while watching a Craftsy video that Lindsay Lohan, the Frugal Crafter, had done. And so this was one of the things that she did similar. So this is similar to what she did. And this was my version of her art journal page. And then I put a title on it that says Dream, which I thought turned out really cute. And then we get into some more recent pictures that I've done. This is one where I just did some paper, and it's maps and music note papers on here, and then this is watercolor, and I drew the mermaid and the ship, and these were actually pictures that I had from magazines that I used for reference, and did that. And most of these pages, or well, part of these pages, you will find there's videos on my YouTube channel for them. This is another recent one. This is where I realized I had only like just a couple of pages left of this journal and decided to work in this to finish it so I could show you a flip through. So this one I did watercolor in the background, inks through stencils. Oh, and I do have some music note and some maps in the background. Washi tape. I found a couple titles, a quote, and a picture. And then here's one that was a page inspired by something I found in a magazine, and I put the motorcycle rider on here with a quote, and I ended up drawing around her with white Posca pen to help her stand out better. But that's a recent page. Here's another recent page I did. I did watercolor in the background. I used some Recollection watercolor brush pens to kind of do what looked like lace, and then I actually added some lace and put the picture on a black background and did some flowers. These are Prima, and some of them are Recollection. Some of them are Prima and some of them are Recollection flowers. So I love Prima flowers. I have some left, but I'm running out. So then I went and got some more, tried to find some more, and I found the Recollection flowers. So some of these are Recollection flowers. Put a little bit of fabric on here with some beading. I put my quote on a tag with some more lace. So that's another recent page that you'll find video on my YouTube showing you how I did that. This one as well, it's watercolors, and then I sprayed alcohol and put salt to kind of muddle the background. These are like foam stars, so I put those on there with my picture, a couple of quotes. These are foam letters that I used on here as well, and then with some silver pen or silver paint, painted around the stars, put some silver on the stars and around my quote. And then this is the last page where I did watercolor, some washi tape, a picture, and then this time I decided to do a quote, do some wavy lines and then write the quote on the page, because I really like when I see people do that. And of course I didn't have enough, lines, and kind of had to squeeze in it at the bottom, but I got it in there. And so that's the last page of this journal. So here is another completed journal. I hope you like the flip through of the journal. If you want to see how I did some of these pages and more detail, check out my YouTube channel. You can find the videos on there for some of these pages. Thank you for stopping by and watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.